right, now look, today I'm finna show y'all how to make the best, and I quote, the best garlic and herb mashed potatoes you've ever had. So, get a pen and notepad, let's go.
All right, so let's go over the ingredients. So I have 10 golden potatoes here. You're going to need some fresh chives, rosemary, sour cream. You're going to need a 3.5 ounce block of the garlic and herb Kerrygold butter. You're going to need about a tablespoon to about a tablespoon and a half of the Better Than Bouillon chicken base. If you don't have that, you can use chicken broth, but to me, this kind of just makes it 10,000 times better. You're going to need 2 cubes of the original Laughing Cow cheese and some heavy whipping cream, salt, and pepper. You see that? You see that? You see that? Don't ask me for the damn ingredient list. Now, come on, child. First things first, go on ahead and wash and peel your potatoes. All right, so now that I have my potatoes all nice and clean, I'm going to add them directly to the pot. I find that making mashed potatoes from boiling the potatoes from cold water just allows the potatoes to cook a lot more evenly. So that's the reason why I like to do it this way. So I've transferred them into my pot. I'm now going to add in 8 cups of cold water. Like I said, I'm going to go in with a nice heaping tablespoon of the Better Than Bouillon chicken base. Add that directly to the pot here. I'm also going to go in with some black peppercorn and a pinch of coarse kosher salt. Take this over to the stovetop. Once it comes up to a boil, set the timer for 15 minutes. While we're waiting for our potatoes to cook, we're going to go on ahead and add in 16 fluid ounces of some heavy whipping cream directly to a sauce pot. We're going to add in 2 sprigs of rosemary. And we're going to add in 3 whole pieces of, chives. Just throw that right on in there. And we're going to take this over to the stovetop as well and let that come up to a light simmer. You do not want this to come to a boil. I make sure that I leave out the garlic butter and the 2 cubes of the Laughing Cow cheese out on the countertop so that it can be room temperature so that it will melt a lot easier. And like I said, you want this to come up to a light simmer, and no point in time do you want this to be boiling. Once it comes up to a light simmer, you can simply just turn the heat off, place the lid on it because it's done. Like I said, my potatoes are now coming up to a boil, so I've set a timer for 15 minutes or until they are nice and fork tender. And I'm telling you guys, this step right here is so crucial. By steeping that rosemary in the chive in this heavy cream, it really is infusing it with a lot of flavor that is just going to take your potatoes to the next level. These are the type of potatoes that you do not need gravy for. Alrighty, you guys, so I have my potatoes here. Baby, these things smell divine already. We're going to now go on ahead and run these through a potato ricer, which is going to leave us with a very nice, smooth, and silky potato. I placed my potato right down on the inside there, and I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to mash this directly through. And again, this is going to leave us with a super, super silky, smooth mashed potato, which is exactly what we want. And for those that are going to ask, I'll make sure that I leave this potato ricer linked in my Amazon storefront, just in case if y'all want to use it. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to place the 2 pieces of cheese directly on the top and that Kerrygold garlic butter. And this is going to melt right into those mashed potatoes. And now through a wire mesh strainer, I'm going to run through that heavy whipping cream that's been steeping once again with the rosemary as well as the chives. Just get that all in there just like that. And now give a good mix because my literal God on today. Boy. Boy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about a good mashed potato? Boy. I'm now going to go in and add in a nice hefty spoonful of the sour cream. Mix that in as well. These potatoes actually smell insane. Insane! Now go in, give it a taste for any additional salt and pepper. I'm going to go in, add in some coarse kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper, for a mix. Look at how smooth these potatoes are. This is the consistency that I love. Whoo, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Now that these beauties are all done, I'm going to transfer them over to my serving dish. My God. My God. My God. Look at the flavor. Jesus. Boy. My God on today. And because I am who I am, I'm going to add in just a little bit of fresh chives directly on the top because I just feel like it's necessary. You got to just top it off with the chives. I'm telling you, these potatoes are absolutely insane. It is probably one of my favorite ways to consume mashed potatoes. Like when you start making potatoes like this, you start to realize why buying those like pre-made ones are just like complete trash. You just understand it. Top it off with a little bit of the fresh chives right across the top like so. And that there, my friends, is how I make garlic and herb mashed potatoes. Bruh. These garlic and herb mashed potatoes are the type of mashed potatoes you make when you want to impress somebody. These are the type of potatoes you make when you want to serve lamb chops, steaks, any beautiful cut of red meat, hell, even a beautiful roasted chicken. These ain't the type of mashed potatoes that you put gravy on. They speak for themselves because my God on today. I am ready to go in for a taste test. Here we go. I'm really frustrated because I know my fat ass is about to sit here and eat this whole trough of potatoes. The texture is so beautiful. The flavor, you can taste the garlic, but it's not too much. You can taste the fact that the heavy whipping cream was steeped with rosemary and chives. The potatoes were cooked to perfection. Cooking the potatoes with that better than bouillon chicken base really imparts a lot of flavor into the potatoes. That extra hint of creaminess from that Laughing Cow cheese and that little bit of sour cream. They're just incredible. You're welcome.